Good evening, all. Good evening, all. This is Dr. Reddy Smith. Uh, uh, this evening, I am going to deliver a talk on implantable drug delivery systems. So, coming to the systems, so these systems are advanced pharmaceutical devices designed to deliver drugs directly inside the body over a prolonged period at a controlled rate. They are especially useful in chronic diseases where consistent drug levels are required. So generally, it is not possible with the conventional formulations. They may be act on instantly, but patient require for a long period of time in chronic disease conditions. These devices are very useful to overcome the fluctuations of conventional formulations in a therapeutic action. So generally, these are sterile devices placed inside the body, that is, subcutaneous or deeper tissues. They release the drugs in controlled, sustained, or targeted manner. These may be acts on weeks, months, in requiring even years also. So, so generally, these preparations are very useful for people suffering with chronic diseases, some injuries, and in coming to the eye infections, used in the contact lens, in useful in even IUD also. Intrauterine devices, one of the advanced products, so that may be act on years together. The maximum period is up to 5 years. So coming to the advances of these products, they provide controlled and sustained release, and also they reduce the dose frequency and improve patient compliance. And these are minimizes systemic side effects, and they enable site-specific drug delivery. Particularly, this is the main advantage. And also, they maintain steady-state plasma concentration drug levels. These are the main advantages. We can choose these type of drug delivery systems like implants. So here we're discussing about various aspects of the conventional versus these implants. So in conventional, generally we preferred various routes of administration like oral, topical, inhalation, injection. But in the case of the implants, you can place the dosage form in subcutaneously or into specific tissue where is the problem is arises. So in that location, we can implant the device. The device is release the drug continually specific period of time in a site-specific action as well as systemic action. This is the advantage. Coming to the duration of action, compare the conventional, they may act on hours to days. But in the case of the implants, depending on the requirement of the patient or consumer, they may act on weeks to years. A major important is aspect is dosing frequency. In conventional formulations, the patient take frequent dosing, that is depending on their half-life, and miss the dose. The dose fluctuations are maybe happen. So in this case, but in the case of the implants, you can take a single dose that will act on for a long period of time to maintain drug therapeutic levels. Coming to the release point of view, in conventional formulations, they may be act on immediate or short-term release. But in the implants, they may be controlled or sustained in a specific period of time. And more important is patient compliance. In the implants, which having higher patient compliance, there is no daily dose required. Once take the implant, that may be act on months to years together. And next important point is drug level fluctuations. In the case of the conventional dosage forms, generally we observe peaks and troughs commonly we can observe. But in the case of the ear, these are more stable plasma levels we can observe here. An important one like invasiveness. In the case of the oral, non-invasive or minimally invasive if required. But in the case of the implant, imagine for the implantation point of view, which having more benefits. Coming to the other one is cost. Generally, conventional having low cost, but in the case of the ear, high cost, but they may be act on for a long period of time. So this was introduced in very early 1930s only. One penetrate is introduced in hormonal pellets. They are the control by using of the polymeric preparation, polymeric devices. The case of the 1960s by using various silicone and elastic material, followed by osmotic pumps. The best example of contraceptive implant, which was introduced with the drug of the brand name of Norplant, and drug-eluting stents also there. These products are improving precision, patient compliance, and especially localized treatment. The main rationality before that, any dosage form, we consider rationality, whether it is suitable for the drug candidate nature, and many parameters we can consider: drug half-life, drug species classification of the drug solubility. So many factors, plasma state concentrations level. So many things we can consider while the development of any dosage forms. But in the case of the ear, these all are overcome the limitations associated with conventional drug administrations like oral, injectable, and transdermal drug delivery systems. The main primarily rationale is to achieve controlled, sustained, and site-specific drug delivery over an extended period of time. These are the main thing, including patient compliance also. These are the main rationality for implantable drug delivery systems. So at present moment, we are many examples are available in implantable devices like wearable device, implantable device, in wearable device like ocular rings, and drug delivering mouth guards, micro needle patches, drug-loaded self-care textiles, wound healing patch, and pharmaceutical jewelry. Example, in a patient, they won't expose the using for drug delivery. The device is looking like a jewelry. The jewelry is incorporating some medicament. The consumer is accept these type of preparations available in the present market. Apart from other implant devices like stents are used for this route, implantable delivery, and ocular magnetic pumps, hydrogels, intrauterine devices, and other injectable hydrogel-based drug deposits. These are the few examples of wearable and implantable devices. So these systems are generally followed by various mechanisms like diffusion control release, degradation control release, osmotically control release, mechanically and electronically control release systems. And coming to the route of implants, some implants are maybe subcutaneous type, intramuscular, intrathecal and intracranial implants. Others are ocular and cardiovascular implants. Depending on the consumer requirement or property, can choose different types of the route and site of implants. And the main thing is the property of the drug. And before going that implant, we consider many parameters based on the drug rationality. Coming to the therapeutic application point of view, the implants are used in cancer therapy, pain management, hormone replacement, neurological disorders, cardiovascular disorders, and infectious diseases. So many applications are there by using of the implant. Let's take one example of cardiac implants. So this is by using of the pacemaker. So generally, the major problem of the especially human being is cardiovascular disorders. So by using of this pacemaker, we can monitor the heart rate levels of the patient. This is one of the major advantage by using of the cardiac implants. This pacemaker and implantable cardio water defibrillator is a medical device inserted into the body to manage irregular heartbeats, like it's called as arrhythmias. So by using this implant, we can prevent sudden cardiac death and treat health failure. They use electrical impulses to regulate heart rate, improve quality of the life, and monitor cardiac rate. So this is one of the precaution we can use this implant. We can monitor the patient heart rate, heartbeat, the irregularities of the heartbeat. So based on that, we can start the treatment. This is one of the important one, that is pacemaker implantation. The second example is orthopedic implants. These are biocompatible devices, primarily titanium, stainless steel, or specialized plastic designed to replace or support the damaged bones. These are bones, joints, or cartilage. These are enhancing mobility and reducing the pain. So then they include permanent joint replacement like hip, knee, shoulder, and the temporary fracture fixation tools like plates, screws, nails. These are tailored to specific anatomical needs and bone healing. The tailored means based on the consumer requirement, you can choose this type of implantable delivery systems. So based on the customer, I mean consumer or patient, they damage the any bones of the body, or identify the thing according to the requirement. We prepare the things, and by adding some anti-inflammatory agents, why because the patient get continued pain. This implantable delivery system, we can use some medicament also, so that may be release the drug for a long period of time. So coming to the dental problems, dental implants also one of the important one. Generally, patients get generally dental problems like uh, I mean, damage the dental problems. We can use these implants. So these implants are surgically placed titanium or zirconia post that act as an artificial root-like foundations for crowns, bridges, or dentatures to replace the missing teeth. And these are also called as a dentigation. So they fuse with jawbone for permanent, stable, and natural feeling fit. So any patient is suffering with they lose the teeth or tooth or any oral infections damage the some enamel region or tooth problems, toothache. In the case in severe conditions, we can replace the teeth by using dental implants. These are one of the advanced one. Present days, many people using this technique. Coming to the ophthalmic implants. So generally, eye is a very important organ, very sterile, and it is very sensitive organ also. Bacteria easily can attack the this eye region. Bacteria like gram-negative bacteria like Pseudomonas aeruginosa infected in the eye. But bacteria is completely utilize the fundus material of the eye. Sometimes even people lost their vision also. So in that eye infections or the patient no need to use spectacles by using of the replacement of these implants. So these are medical devices placed in or on the eye for treatment of the diseases like correct vision, replace the lost tissue, including intraocular lenses for cataracts, retinal implants by using of the blindness, and orbital implants for artificial eyes. These devices often made from acrylic, silicone, or hydroxylapatite restore functional vision or cosmetic appearance. So at present moment, so many people using these ophthalmic implants, the replacement of the eye or any infections with the microbial contamination, using these implants. It's a very minute, fine device available in the microns level, permanent type and temporary type. These are the one of the advanced ones. Coming to the cochlear implants. So this is one of the major problem of any people lost the ear. This is one of the major problem. So people using this types of the preparations. So it is electronic device that improves hearing. So it can be choice for people who have severe hearing loss from the inner ear damage. So this is one of the novel advanced products available in the market. It is cochlear implant by replacement of the loss of hearing. Coming to the IUDs, it is very well-known product. It is very familiar to the women. Those do not have pregnancy in new married life. They used some implants for pregnancy control. So these implants are quick in office procedure where the doctor insert a small device, that is T-shaped one, into the uterus that may act on for long-term contraception. The time period may be 1 year to maximum 5 years. So this is involving a speculum, cervical cleaning, and uterine depth measurement and placement with an inserter, causing the temporary cramping or pinching as its function. So at present market, many implants are available in the market. Variety of hormones are using for birth control of IUD. So this is for next one is implantable drug delivery system on cancer therapy. So cancer therapy is one of the major positive death for especially variety of cancer diseases. So for example, one like breast cancer is one of the major problem for women. So in breast cancer, so unnecessary give the oral route of drug delivery. The oral route of drug delivery may leads to damage other part of body organs. So unnecessarily damage other part of organs. So in this case, we follow where is the problem. We identify the problem location. Nothing but is a magic bullet concept. The Muller is a scientist. He introduced a magic bullet concept to identify the problem, identify the location, identify the study of the physiology of that organ, and identify the things. Then we can use the your drug delivery suitable dosage form, can target the tissue and reduce the dose frequency and maximum therapeutic effect of the specific site. This is one of the advanced one we are using in implantable drug delivery, especially in breast cancer, brain cancer, prostate cancer, and bladder cancer. So already we discussed in initial slide that is pharmaceutical jewelry. So generally, women are very familiar with that jewelry. So because one of the example of the drug, we can incorporate in the jewelry like earrings, necklace, so which is a device. So that can be having some the monitoring of the problem of that person. So this approach is aims to improve the compliance and convenience for long-term treatments such as contraception by making them medication part of the daily routine. For example, in earrings, it's looking like a ear ring items, but it is an implant that can replace the ear because that ear location having high blood capillaries, drug is directly enter the site of action and systemic action. So these are the benefits of the consumer requirements which have a major role which is plays. This is one of the picture diagrammatic of pharmaceutical jewelry. It's introduced in the novel delivery method that may make taking the contraceptives more appearing. The engineer like Merck Prosunj. So because putting on jewelry may already be a part of the woman's daily routine, this technique may facilitate compliance with the drug regimen. The more contraceptive options that are available, the more likely it is the need of individual women can be met. So this is the rings. So Oxygen Smart Ring, which helps people with sickle cell disease monitoring blood oxygen levels. The product allows people with sickle cell disease to self-monitor the levels of oxygen in their blood. They reduce the risk of infection and death. This is the device measure the blood oxygen saturation, which can help detect the sickle cell crisis earlier and prevent their complications. This is introduced by Almost Free. So any preparation having some limitations and some challenges. So obviously in the implant means obviously we can go for some surgical procedure and risk of the infection and inflammation sometimes IUDs. IUD is some preparation having some metal, the copper metal coated with the polymer and drug. By the insertion, sometimes maybe inflammation or infection may be occur. Some devices sometimes may release the drug before procedure. And also the important task is regulatory body. So regulatory requirement is mandatory. Why? Because we place some metals at their compatibility mode. The metal should be biocompatible because we can place the device for a long period of time. Sometimes metal may also release some compounds that does not have the soda action. So before going there, the major task is the regulatory body. Next one is evaluation parameters. After manufacturing of the compound, we can perform in vitro drug releasing by suitable method and in vivo pharmacokinetics. We perform the pharmacodynamic studies, and important task is biocompatibility and toxicity assessment. And the next one is mechanical and stability testing. These all are evaluation parameters while the doing of these preparations. Coming to the regulatory and ethical considerations, the regulatory pathways like FDA and EMA, Food and Drug Administration, and European medicinal agents. So before going the total documentation, we submit to the regulatory authority before approval. And many parameters they consider while giving approval. Coming to the clinical trials requirement. So clinical trials also a big task. Why? Because we place the implant in the body tissues for a long period of time. We can monitor the drug releasing. In the hormonal cases, the drug releasing very minute concentrations, that is nanogram to picogram. So these all are tasks for the research candidates initially. And then obviously ethical considerations and patient safety also it is mandatory. So we can select the patient or health women volunteers, this type of preparations. So recent advances in these preparations, these are smart and programmable implants. These are wireless and remote control systems, personalized and precision medicine approaches, and future challenges and research directions are many more. So a lot of space is required by the researchers doing these experiments. So smart and programmable means some device we can implant the system in our body. So we can monitor the many devices like wearable items like wearable watches, gadgets. We can place the system and we can that may be adhered to our body. So that can be monitor the blood glucose levels and oxygen levels. So many wireless items are there. We can use some chronic diseases like asthma. In asthma conditions, they can monitor the oxygen levels by using some devices. So in routine life, we can use many devices so that can be monitor our body important organs monitoring. So based on that, we can use or change the lifestyle. So this is the importance of the implantable drug delivery systems. In market, many implants are available in various route of drug delivery like IUDs, and many hormones are available in IUD devices. In contact lenses also there, dental cones also there. So many products are there. So and also many researchers are working in this field. It is more space is there because nowadays the chronic diseases are more, and also different dosage forms are available. But This route is one of the advanced one. Suitability of the drugs also, many more are there, especially in implantable drug delivery systems. So thank you very much for this lecture. Thank you.